Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk and back today with a project using the fabulous Hey Birthday Chick stamp and die bundle. Now this is a great fun one if anybody who likes chickens, and they're such funny creatures, why wouldn't you? And as the great thing is, it's got dies that cut out the images, but it's also got some lovely accent ones like this cute little sack, this lovely happy birthday as well. And this is the card I'm going to do. I'm just going to show you how to ombre your own sentiment as well. And I'm using a couple of other dies which I've done a bit of prep with already, which are the Stitch Rectangles and the Stitch with Whimsy dies. So the lovely Stitch with Whimsy just adds this beautiful stitch detail around the edge of a square. So I've already die cut one of those, and then our fabulous Stitched Rectangles, and I've used the number 4 of the sort of squarer dies that you can see here. So it's this, so I number them from small to large, so it's this one here. So let's get on with our creating. So that's the prep I've done. The other thing you'll need is a card base. I'm using Mango Melody. It's a lovely rich colour. You'll need a piece that's half a sheet of A4. So for me that's 29 by 10.5, and then score that at 14.5, like so. That just creates our tent-fold card base as well. So we can pop that to one side. I'm just going to reinforce that with my bone folder. If ever you get a slight edge where your blades cut it, just run your bone folder down the side and that'll work fine. So there's our card base. Those are our 2 layers. So now what we're going to do is do a bit of stamping. So these lovely images, they are red rubber, so you don't need to use your stamping pierce mat, because you'll get a fabulous image anyway. Ink it up well. I, on the larger stamps, take the ink block to the ink pad. I just hope that helps. This is on our eye block that this one fits. I'm just going to pop that like so. The sentiments in this actually are great fun. You've got Best of Cluck as well. You're still a spring chicken. It's got some great fun ones. And obviously with some of them you could use those for Easter as well. I love this little one with the little cake. I think it's really cute. And I don't do cute. But actually I might just do this little image as well. Okay. So now what we want to do is do a bit of die cutting. So I'm going to grab my mini cut and emboss for this. I want another little scrap of Whisper White for my sentiment as well. So I'll just grab that out of there. And I'm going to want my little sort of streamer one as well for this. Mini cut and emboss, obviously a great machine for when you're on the go, but perfect for me in terms of being able to pop it on the camera as well. So first thing we're going to do is cut out our main die image, our main image. So with Stampin' Up, move that out of the way, with the dies, they do hug the image, so just make sure you sort of line it up so you can just see the image inside the die. I use a small piece of tape just to keep that in place, because I find, especially when I'm on camera, putting it through at an angle, it occasionally pings out, which you'll have no doubt seen. So I just use a bit of this post-it note tape. Just pop that in there. Usual, slightly offset at the leading edge if you need to. Just pop that through. Cut beautifully. They pop straight out. That both of those. So now I'm going to pop my happy birthday through, and I've just got a scrap of Bermuda Bay that I'm going to pop through here for that streamer. And there are little indicator lines on the plates as well to indicate not to put them in beyond those. So those ones here, that will help it feed through. So my happy birthday is cut out fabulously. You could always cut out a second one and layer that up if you wanted to. I might as well while I'm there. And I'm going to want 3 of my little banners, so I'm just going to pop those through alongside as well. As I said, they do tend to sort of right, start again. Right, do what I should have done, which is get rid of the debris. Okay, so happy birthday in there. My next little streamer. I'm just waiting for, I'm hoping they'll bring back the die plate, the magnetic sheets soon. There were some concerns about those bowing slightly, so rather than, you know, carry on selling them, as always, Stampin' Up was taking the decision just to withdraw them while they investigate the issue, which is very good, but frustrating when I want my magnetic sheets, just to avoid using any tape. But I say we can get around it. There we go, and the third one. Okay, so that hopefully is where I'm at. Okay, let's move these out of the way and let's crack on with our ombre. So I'm actually going to stick this sheet directly down onto my card base and just pop glue around the edges. Obviously, because it's been through, it does have a slight sort of edge to bow to it where it's been through the die, so I tend to glue quite finely to the edge on that. And these are, I centre left and right as well. On the back of these, you're going to want plenty of dimensionals to support it. So big dimensionals for bigger pieces of card. Like so. And then we're going to add our streamers across there. So again, I'm just using my, I would use my fine tip glue, but I've just left it elsewhere at the moment. So what I've done is I've put some Tombow into one of these fine tip glue applicators. So all I'm going to do is just pop these streamers across the background there, like so, and pop that to one side to dry. And then I'm going to now colour my stamped image. So I've got a couple of these happy birthdays. So as I said, if you want to make them a little bit more substantial, you could obviously cut them out on the adhesive sheet if you'd had that thought before you actually started demonstrating. I'm just going to take out these extra little pieces. And I had one, that's the lower one. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some dabs of glue onto the back of this, just to make it a little bit more substantial. Obviously cut it out of thick Whisper White if you want to as well. I kind of didn't want to use our foam sheets though, because I'm putting it part on, part off, and obviously the foam sheet would make it stand proud, but it wouldn't be very good for, it would make it stand too proud on this bit here. So it's, if I come in now with my colouring pens. So let's see what we've got. So let's have some Mango Melody. There we go. And our chook can be a nice calypso coral. Okay. And then perhaps a bit of Daffodil Delight. Okay. Stampin' blends, great for colouring. They really do blend beautifully, and I'm not the best person for colouring. I'm like all of us, I continue to learn. But all I'm doing is I'm just going over with my light calypso coral first, and just using that brush tip to come in. So I'm sticking with the brights. Then I'm going to come in with my dark, and I'm going to add some little detail here. I'm going to add a little bit underneath those bits where there'd be sort of shadows. Sort of, if you've got a bit of a ruff on your chicken, probably going to have a few shadows. I'm just going to add a little bit onto the tail there as well, and do a dark little beak. So it doesn't look great at the moment. So what you do is you then come in with your light and just adding that extra alcohol layer, then just blends all of those in. And you can always add a little bit more, like so. So there's our chook. Let's have some Mango Melody. I'm just going to use the bullet tip for this because I want to be a little bit more precise on these as well. And while that's drying, I'm then going to use, again, taking the same colour and just creating our balloon. Coming in with my darker one, around the edge here, and then come back over. So you're getting those sort of tone effects. So there's our lovely chucking. Now, to get our ombre sentiment, what I actually did was, the first thing I did was I just coloured it all with my light Bermuda Bay, like so. And then I came just slightly down below, went over it again, and then again going over that bottom bit. So you're just deepening that colour, so really deep on the bottom, and we've got a little bit. Now if you wanted it a little bit lighter, all you could do is just at the top there go over with our blends, with our colour lifter. So, and it's as simple as that. So all that remains now then is for us to trim up this. Now I deliberately went over the edge because you can just come, once those are stuck, and trim those down. We can add our fun elements with our chick at the back. So again, just shape it slightly so it doesn't just sit flat. It's your preference, obviously. I rather like it when it's a bit more shaped, and that means that what I do is I put my dimensionals down the middle of our image. Like so. Now, try not to take your dimensionals backings off before you're ready to stick it down. So once those are all off, we can pop out. sentiment and image in the middle there. And then what I did was I just cut the tiniest little sliver of dimensional to go on the edge. And it really is a kind of tiny sliver, just to support the birthday, just on that very outer edge. Like so. And then I added a little glue to the side there. So we can pop our happy birthday in there. It helps if you take the backing off first, doesn't it? And then that is supported on the side there to the same depth. And then we can add our fun, cute little image on the inside if we want. But there you have a pair of fun, chick-themed birthday cards, just ready to go. And you can always add a little bit extra stamping on the inside if you wanted to, or just leave it as it is. So, bright and cheerful, and who doesn't like a Calypso coral chicken? Thanks for watching. If you'd like to purchase the Hey Chick or Birthday Chick bundle, pop along to my blog at flutterbyheidi.co.uk and you'll find the links, or go to the description bar below this video and you'll find all the links there, products there. Thanks for watching. Bye now.